Alright, I want to do a quick video on our side-by-side that we have at the farm. Last summer we put this full cab on it. Took quite a bit of research to figure out which one we wanted and how we wanted to go about it. This is a 2019 Polaris Ranger XP Crew. So there wasn't as many options out there for doors and things like that as there are on the 1000 models. But eventually we decided that we didn't want to go with any just doors. We wanted a full cab enclosure. Driving around, we live on a farm here, my parents do. Driving around the farm, the interior of it was just getting filthy. Plus they wanted some sort of doors to hold all the grandkids in. Kind of, lock them in like a prison so they don't just go jumping out of the net. And after a bunch of research, we decided that this was probably the best way to do it. This is a Hardcabs brand. So it's the Hardcabs full cab enclosure. We originally had a plastic roof on it from Polaris. And then we had a Super ATV front windshield on it. Neither one of those were going to work with the full cab enclosure. So we just bought the whole thing. So cost-wise, I believe it was about $5,500 all in. Took me, my dad, and my one buddy. Took us about, 4 or 5 hours to install it in his nice shop with all the tools handy and everything. So it's really not too bad, pretty self-explanatory. But some features of the cab: the windshield is glass, automotive glass. So it's like the safety glass. See if you can see right there. That's glass. The doors are all hard coat poly. The sliding windows, they're glass. And then the back window is glass as well. The roof is steel. And it's got a nice coating on it. Rubber edge protection around. Came with the mirrors. The mirrors aren't real great. They're kind of too small. It'd be nice if they were like the taller, more vertical tall than horizontal, so you could see more. And you end up bumping into them a lot and they move really easy. But suicide doors, which I think most of them are like that. Comes with the gas shock, so they are quite nice. Sliding windows. The inside latch. They close real nice. It takes a little bit of adjusting. It's got Jeep hinges, so all you gotta do is just pull this off. You do want to take it off the cab side. Take the safety clip off, pop that off, and then you can just pick the door up right off the hinges. But they close nice. Takes a little bit to adjust the doors. You see you have all that adjustment up, down, and then you can twist them a little bit. Top and the bottom one. And then there was some adjustment in here. I forget exactly what it was. But then you have the adjustment. These slide, or the bracket slides. And then this actually has some adjustment too, in and out. So it takes a little bit to get it adjusted just right, but eventually you get a door that closes real nice. The bottom isn't always super tight. You can see it has a little bit of wiggle. I think the back ones are a little bit more loose. Yeah, the backs are a little bit more loose, but you gotta kind of sacrifice somewhere. If you want it super tight, then sometimes it's really hard to close. Or you leave it a little loose so it closes easy. But the back doors come with these foam pads. We trimmed it a little bit. Kind of put a bevel on it. I don't know if you can see it. Then we on the top we cut out a little notch for the bracket up there. But she's pretty tight. The back window comes off really easy. It just sits on the bottom with like a square channel, just kind of folds over it. And then the top, I can show you from the inside, but the top is just 3 of these handles. You spin them down, open them up, and then the back window comes right out. Maybe you can see a little better in the shade. But overall, we're happy with it. It's about 30 degrees, maybe a little warmer right now. With the sun out, it gets nice and warm in there. If it's dead cold in the winter and you're driving, we don't have a heater, no air conditioning, so you can get some fogging issues in the winter. But when it's nice out like this, you just open the windows a little bit, and the sun beating on all that glass, it's almost like a heater in itself. One thing I'm not super thrilled about is every door has a lock, all take the same key. But if you have a bunch of kids in there, you know, they should be buckled in, but you know how kids are. They unbuckle themselves and want to jump out while you're driving. If you lock this from the outside, you can't lock it from the inside. So when this is locked, you can't get in, which is nice for security, but it would be nice if you could lock this and the kids couldn't open the door. That way they couldn't open the door on accident while you're driving and then your door gets ripped off. We've never had it happen, but it was just something I was worried about, but has not been an issue. I'll show you the inside a little bit, show you the windshield. So yeah, the roof, like I said, it's steel, but it comes with this nice soft padding for noise insulation and everything. All the bolts where the cab and everything bolts on has these covers, little plastic covers, so that's kind of nice. It makes it look more clean. I don't remember if it didn't come with these. We decided not to put them on. I don't remember what the story was, but otherwise all the other ones have nice covers on them. And the roof is just bolted down real secure. It is not coming off. The windshield tilts out. It's got these two, pretty standard for if you deal with windshields at all. Yeah, she opens up. So if it's real warm, you can drive with the window open, or if it gets real dirty, you don't want to stop and clean it, just throw it open. But typically in the summer, if you're actually out driving it, you'll just leave it cracked like that. See, this one's a little loose. See that? I'll have to tighten that up here today. But yeah, you can lock it like that, and that lets a fair amount of air in. The day that we put this cab on, it was 90 degrees. It was hot, so we put it on, took it for a test drive. If you open all four of the windows, they don't open super far, but far enough so that you can pull up next to your buddy and like talk out the window. But if you open all four of the windows and crack the windshield like that, even at 90 degrees, driving down the road at 35 miles per hour, it actually is quite pleasant in here. You get just enough breeze to stay cool, but not so much that your eyes are watering. And like I was saying, the mirrors, they're adequate. Just to, you know, you can, once you get them adjusted, then you can see who's actually behind you if you're driving down the road. But it would be nice if they were, you know, sitting vertical instead of horizontal. We had other ones on here before we put the cab on there, and they were much better. And I just sold them. I should have kept them because they just bolted on. And this Hardcabs comes with this nice big steel bracket, so you could bolt any mirrors on there you want as long as they go on with bolts. So that's kind of minor, but overall we're very happy with it. You can see those are the handles I was talking about in the back to get the back window out. But it is nice that the front, the back, and all the sliding windows are all glass, so you can clean them. Carry some window cleaner, some paper towels, or whatever you want to use. You don't have to worry about scratching it like all the plastic windows everyone's putting on. Those things are cheap, but they're garbage. Let's face it. Yeah, so there you go. It's a nice cab system for, you know, you can buy the base model machine, and you could put this on there if you're not going to drive a lot in the dead cold, and if the little bit of the heat doesn't bother you. This is probably the cheaper way to go versus buying the big fancy North Star. But I've ridden in a North Star, not the Crew, but a North Star 1000, just a 3-seater, and there's no denying that it is quieter, nicer. The heat, it was about 0 degrees when we were using it, and it was, yeah, there's no denying it's nice, but it just depends on how much money you want to spend. So there you go. That's the Hardcabs full cab enclosure. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment, subscribe, like it, and I'll try to make some more videos like this. Thanks. Bye.